Fanon wasn't just a name in a textbook, he lived at the intersection of medicine, politics, and liberation. As a psychiatrist in colonial Algeria, he saw how the violence of occupation invaded not just bodies but minds. Patients came to him with symptoms that weren't only psychological, they were political. Colonialism, he argued, produced a kind of collective trauma. But Fanon didn't stop at diagnosis. He joined the Algerian liberation movement, putting his own life and career on the line. His writings became weapons, works that emerged directly from struggle, not from an ivory tower. And that's why even today his words still cut sharply. They weren't meant for quiet contemplation alone. They were calls to action. In Algeria, Fanon wasn't just theorizing about colonial trauma, he was treating it every day. At the Blida Joinville Psychiatric Hospital, he noticed that both colonized patients and French settlers showed distinct patterns of mental illness directly tied to colonial violence. He pioneered new therapeutic approaches that broke with rigid, Eurocentric models. Eventually, he resigned, declaring that he could not, in good conscience, continue practicing psychiatry within an oppressive colonial system. That resignation letter itself reads like a manifesto. In November 1956, Dietrich Frantz Fanon officially resigned as chief psychiatrist at the Blida Joinville Hospital in Algeria, a powerful act of protest against serving within a system he found morally untenable. In his letter addressed to the resident minister, Governor General of Algeria, he wrote, "For many months, my conscience has been the seat of unpardonable debates, and the conclusion is the determination not to despair of man, in other words, of myself. The decision I have reached is that I cannot continue to bear a responsibility at no matter what cost, on the false pretext that there is nothing else to be done." This line captures the ethical and existential rupture that marked his transition from colonial psychiatrist to revolutionary activist. In that moment, Fanon made clear that medicine could not be separated from politics. Treating patients inside a colonial system while ignoring the violence outside was an impossible contradiction.